It seems like Americans, white Americans, are behaving like a bunch of inconsolable complainers because China outperformed NATO in manufacturing. And so anyway, yeah, the Americans are upset, and they want someone like Donald Trump to lie to them, to tell them what they want to hear. Or someone like Donald Trump or Elon Musk to tell them what they want to hear. Oh yeah, you invented the computer. They did not. It seems that the Chinese invented the computer, and that's upsetting Donald Trump and Elon Musk, because Elon Musk named his supercomputer facility, he named it the Colossus. And it seems that the Colossus was a story made up for whites to say, we already invented a computer before the Japanese. So anyway, whites are acting like inconsolable complainers and passive aggressive. Anyway, I would be very pleased by Tom Zeller's daughter, and I think my father's community was evil, and Tom and Gina Zeller walked into it. It was like a horror movie for Tom and Gina Zeller to walk into the gated community where I was born. It was like a horror movie, not just for them, also for me as a spectator. And yeah, there's a whole bunch of horrible old, like 70 and 80-year-old Jewish men that are just radical, psychotic, and then there's the Jewish men and their and the white hippies are horrible. The patriarchs, the old bearded, the graybeards of the community are horrible old swivel-hipped queer rockers that are bitter and resentful about having been swivel-hipped queer for in the 1960s for an African American man, and the community was always very bitter, and it was terrible. So anyway, I'm trying to be considerate of Tom and Gina Zeller and their daughters, and I hated to see Gina Zeller's older daughter was with my older brother alone, and I hated to see that. And my older brother, well, he's a piece of garbage. Well, he should be injected with estrogen. He should be feminized, and he should suffer a lot of. He should be a slave, feminized transgender slave. Samuel should be a slave, male gender slavery, and he should be injected with estrogen, and he should suffer all kinds of humiliation. But I don't really care if I keep him alive and make him healthy. He cost me about 20 years of life expectancy, Samuel and his little group of friends, I think. So I'm going to take a break now. I just wanted to say, I hope Samuel knows that I've been thinking about him, wishing him death, that he would die. And that's normal for someone who's been as insulting and abusive and evil as Samuel has been for the last 45 years. But I'm not counting all those years when he was a child. I'm just counting the years. I can just count the years since he's been over 30 years old. Yeah, he's done more than enough to provoke a man to kill another man easily. And yeah, I said many times I would gladly kill Samuel. So anyway, just to let you know, I'm the better host, okay? If we're like the host of this wretched community, the gated community in Summertown, Tennessee, I'm the better host than Samuel. I'm the safer choice. Samuel is a sleaze, a parasite, a manipulator, an abuser, and yeah, I'm an honest guy. So I'm a better host to say to Tom and Gina Zeller, I hope you left by now. I hope you had the sense to find a safer place for your daughter. I hope so. And I think I might have seen a suggestion several years ago that maybe their family, that Tom and Gina Ziller and maybe their parents too, they came to their senses and they said, we got to get out of here. This place is just crazy and dangerous with social manipulators everywhere. Let's get out of here. And that's what I think most people would, most of the white families, if they had any awareness, they would say, this place is bad news, and we need to get out of here. We need to find a better place. I tried to say that the land should be privatized, and people should own the land under their houses so that they wouldn't be trapped, and the investment in their home wouldn't be stolen from them by the community. So it's a really bad scene, and it was always a bad scene. It was made as a trap. It was sort of like a concentration camp for white hippies who were to be declared traitors and to be punished in Summertown, Tennessee, and Lewis County, the farm community. It was a terrible, terrible experience, and my father suffered terribly. Samuel's a bastard from a different father, and him and his father were antagonists and parasites from the beginning. Very jealous, very evil, so yeah. I spent about 10 years after the ambush in New York City. I spent about 10 years wishing to kill Samuel, and I don't apologize. I think he's one of the worst people I've ever met. So if somebody takes 20 years off your life expectancy by more or less torturing you almost to death, and then you're 20 years off your life expectancy is gone, you've got sunken, hollow eyes, and you're just in a terrible condition, and then allegedly you say, well, I hope he gets a dog. I feel a little sympathy for him. I hope he will have a dog. And I endorsed that other fella to send a dog for him. A dog to keep him company. Well, that's a really nice gesture. But after 20 years of being almost tortured to death and having 20 years of my life expectancy removed by the effects of the damaging effects of all their injuries and trying to do death by 1,000 cuts. It's just a terrible place, very evil, and so anyway, it was a terrible place to be, and Donald Trump is a witch. He's a parasite. Bill Clinton is a wretch and a puke, and I hate Barack Obama. He's an upstart. Yeah, these are terrible men. Anyway, so they all are stooges of a bunch of rapacious Jewish men who are parasitic and evil. And they have all been attacking me because they're all jealous of my great achievements. The Jewish men are all jealous of my big, throbbing brain. And I'm the most accomplished intellectual of the century. But it comes to light reading some of the math textbooks that there are some very educated, abstract thinkers who think in mathematical forms that are very interesting and complex. And I can't even read and make sense of the descriptions of what their lessons are about. And anyway, so I'm not the most accomplished in every niche of intellectual contribution. Anyway, that's all for now.